Right, I need to load this and figure out where we're up to. Sol 151. Can you Adam and Eve it? So that's what I want our base to look like. Grass. I want it to start looking green.
There are Earthsick colonists.
Yeah, that's a lie. Everybody's happy to be here. There's you still on Factorio. I'm not touching Factorio right now. Because I don't want to get addicted again. Drone heavy. So we've got our power source up here. We've turned off a bunch of things. Research, we're not outsourcing for some reason.
Happy anniversary, Natter.
Even though we've got 14, we've got loads of money. Because we're printing money. You're just checking out Max's video, your flight to Expo. Triple, wait till you see my flight, because I've got different footage to Max. I had a camera going out the right wing, and the footage from that is super as well. But yeah, it's a great vid. Rimrock, 40 months, going in for open heart surgery on Wednesday, so won't be able to watch next week's streams. All should go smoothly, especially since I'm only 20 and should recover well. No better place to recover over the uni holidays than watching Squirrel. Rimrock, dude. All the love from the Net House. Good luck with that operation. I'm sure it'll be fine. Make sure you take your tablet with you so that you can watch Squirrel streams and videos while you're in hospital, recovering. And all the best.
Happy anniversary.
Jason B, thank you for 29 months. Binetree, welcome back. Vrome, 3-year hype, diamond nut for the win. Thank you, Vrome. In my colony, you had 5,000 units of fuel. Look how much rare metal I've got. It's like insane amounts of it. Okay, electronics, 200 fuel, machine parts. Now this is our latest dome, isn't it? Not that one. It's not the latest dome. This is the latest dome. Average comfort 60. That's pretty good. People just weren't working in the machine parts factory. Yeah, I remember now. Let's have a look what's going on. Okay, there are people working in the small machine part factory. I seem to remember we had a problem with food at one point. People weren't working there, but then we brought some more people in. There are no people seeking work, 34 vacant slots. So how are we doing for bringing more people over? 7 matching applicants. That's pretty bad. Bandita Slayer, correct. This month, 6-year subs are coming. Correct. Our first ever 6-year sub will happen this month, which is pretty scary. In fact, sorry you got so addicted to the game, it was taking over your life, and total you've got a staggering 70 minutes, Pringle. Dude, you haven't even got past Cole. What did we have filtered off? We had no Taurus. I don't see the point in Taurus. They're like a really lame money earner. We disabled 19 whiners. Loses sanity, will no one comfort. Well, we could do that. Put up with whiners. I'm not putting up with lazy people. Individual performance decreased by 20 at all jobs. That is so annoying. But then again, you could say it's better to have 80% production than 0% production, right? So maybe we just suck that up. But I am not bringing idiots in. 10% chance to break stuff. That's not happening. Nor am I having chronic condition on Mars. That's number 2. Don't think we need much in the way of geologists right now. Might be good to bring scientists in instead. Alcoholic party animal scientists. Hey, why not? Why not? Engineer, no specialization. Lazy and rugged. The coward whiner scientist. Right, let's launch. There are 22 on board, but there's only space for 13 in the new colony. Yeah, we'll make some homes. Let's see.
Happy anniversary, Nutter.
Drop in one of those. That's going to give us space for 27. That should be enough. Building not working. Wait, why are they not working? Okay, that's weird. It says that's not working, but it looks like it's working to me. Is that Whiteland giving those random subs, Lindsay? It could be, except that Whiteland's probably at work, so it's unlikely. Hey, Tread, not bad, thank you. You're sitting here in Factorio working on a mega base and it's all my fault. You're welcome. Anonymous gift of PlayStation access. God. Andy2654, thank you for 1.5 years. Right, what are we researching right now? Lake crafting, okay. Now in terms of terraforming, we're not doing any water yet. Let's see. We need to get a rocket doing stuff. We may have to buy a spare rocket. What does that one do? Import greenhouse gases. Send a refurbished rocket to gather greenhouse gases from Earth's atmosphere and then dump them on Mars, improving the atmosphere. This action may cause toxic rain that are harmful to soil quality and plant life. So why would you do it? Bob Monkhouse, thank you for 1,050 bits, Bob. Here's some beer tokens. Thank you very much, Bob. Straight to the top of that leaderboard, and thank you for your support. Giddy, just fill in the application form for now, and when we need a TMP ID, that will be on the next form. So don't worry about that. Just fill in what we need for now. It's all good. It's a process, Giddy. Don't worry about it. You're definitely late, Luke. Absolutely. Water, vegetation, and atmosphere. So we're bringing up the temperature. We need to bring up the atmosphere and the water. Represents the quality and volume of surface water miles, the high proportion. The improving water creates environmental conditions for toxic rain and clear water, rainwater to occur. Water applies terraforming boost to the water production of moisture evaporators. Didn't know that. No, Jason B. Not at the moment. Anonymous gift to Xbox UK. Thank you for all these anonymous gifts to random channels. Are you sure it's not wired? I'm not 100% sure. How do we put water on Mars then? What do we need to do? How do we put atmosphere there? Atmosphere applies terraforming boost to the production of wind turbines and the oxygen. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, what does that one do? Capture meteors. Resources. That's us, that's them. Resources. Resources. An unknown. Something interesting appears to be going on here. That's the one where you could die. But who knows what we get. We could get like a really cool breakthrough. I think we should go. We don't have any spare rockets. Let's buy another rocket.
Happy anniversary, Nutter.
Let's buy another rocket and bring it over with some stuff. Don't need any of these right now. Sorry, what was that? The temperature will reach a threshold and then reveal liquid water on Mars. Okay, got you. At which point you can craft lakes which increase the water progress. Understood, right. Devil Dude, keep up the great work. My vacation was great. Thank you for 38 months, Devil Dude. I think we do need another drone hub, you know. Let's make sure we've got enough of them. Need to make some more drones as well. Seeds are used for planting vegetation on Mars. Wait, 4 tons? 4 tons? That's a lot of seeds. I'm not really sure about those yet, so I'm not going to order any. I just want to get this rocket over here. Wait, 10 people homeless? Why are they homeless? Why don't they just move somewhere else? They could just come and live here. We'll make sure they've got a place to live. Can't be having people homeless. They get really unhappy when they get homeless. The league is waiting for one fuel to resume working. Might just put a local fuel generator here. Fuel depot. Okay, if that can't get fuel and there's fuel here, that means the drones are overworked. Yeah, drone load heavy. Let's see if we can nick some drones. Okay, you've got plenty. Let's get stuff done. You found out that one of the F1 drivers on the grid this year streams iRacing. Yeah, there's generally speaking 1 or 2 around, like either ex or current racers. It's kind of interesting.
Resources are low.
Mega Mall, Marsh University, Machine Park Factory, right, so we've only got 1 open. There's actually a few spare places in here. Starting your own PPL dog brace, nice. I started my instrument stuff on Wednesday. That was fun. That was fun. I did 90 minutes of ground school, going through various instrument stuff, and then we did 90 minutes flying with the hood on. Whew. Tell you what, it's tiring. It's really tiring. Just like literally the only thing you can see are the instruments, and your planes are getting thrown around, and you're just focused on the instruments, trying to hold trying to hold a heading, trying to hold an altitude, and then he's like, right, can you like do a climbing turn to such and such a, you know, a heading and such an altitude, climbing turn, you focused on that, leveling it out. Whew. I got back from it, and then he showed me like what they call a recovery from an unusual attitude. Recovery from an unusual attitude is what makes you feel the queasy bit. Because what he does is, you're looking at your instruments, and then he basically, like, he says, right, just look at your lap so you can't see anything. All you can see is your lap. You can't see any instruments. You can't see outside. And then he basically, the pictures are playing up or puts it into a dive, turn, whatever. And then he goes, right, you have control. And you've got to get it out of this unusual attitude. But you got the G-forces acting as well. It's like, whoa. So by the time I got back to the school, I was a bit wiped out at that point. I was like, oh my, I just went into the like the gents and just stood there going, my brain was just going, what is going on? Because you've got all this movement and you can't see anything. So it's like getting thrown around, but you can't see anything outside. And it was like, oh geez, man. So I had like a sandwich, had a packet of crisps, and just had a cup of tea. And sat there, my head was like, oh. And he said, after about half an hour, he went, like, you know, let me know, you ready to go yet? And I was like, I just need another 10 minutes. And he said, well, he said, if you want to, he said, it's fine. He said, if you want to, we can just, you know, we don't have to carry on this afternoon. You can just come back, we can carry on next time. I said, no, just give me 10 minutes, I'll be fine. So I just had a glass of water, I went outside, just let my head kind of, as my instructor said, let your gyro stabilize. Let your inner ear calm down and your brain kind of process what just happened. And then we went back in the classroom and did another hour. And this time he was like, right, we're going to focus on partial panel. And a partial panel is where he basically simulates some of the instruments failing. Yeah, some of the key instruments failing. Look at that. They've stolen one food from stuffed crust. You scumbags. Obviously nicked a pizza. So in the first lesson, he basically has you focusing on the attitude indicator. You know that ball with like the horizon with the sky and the ground? That's your primary instrument, he tells you. You focus on that and then you kind of scan outwards from it. Focus on that. And then in the second lesson, he says, right, I'm going to cover that up now. That's failed. So having been told what to focus on in the first lesson, you're then told in the second lesson that that's now broken and you can't use it. So you can't see outside, you can't see the horizon, and the one instrument that tells you what your horizon looks like is now covered up and failed. It's like, right, now we're going to go flying. Now I want you to do stable level flights without that instrument. Are you kidding me? Oh, God. So, yeah, we went out and did all that. That's actually quite interesting, flying without the attitude indicator.
Colonists.
It's actually very interesting. Because it can happen, like, if your suction pump fails. If your suction pump fails, you have no attitude indicator. And if you're in the cloud flying instruments at that point, what are you going to do, right? You can't just pull over and park. You've got to fly. And it's actually quite tricky. And then we came back and we did what's called a bad weather landing. A bad weather landing is where instead of coming in like at 1,000-foot circuit pattern, you basically come in at like 700 foot and you stay very close to the airfield because it's bad weather. You can't see very far. So you do like a really tight circuit and land. It's actually quite fun. Oh, and then he pointed me towards the exam stuff I need to learn. 470 slides of information. And when I've gone through the mock stuff, a 2-hour exam. Yay! Which I somehow have to fit into my life. Oh my God. So yeah, and that's on top of the actual exam that you get, the flying exam, where you've got to show an examiner all that stuff that you just did. What license? Restricted instrument rating it's called. When I get that, I can fly in the UK under instrument conditions, as in I can fly above the cloud, in the cloud, but I can't go in Class A airspace. You can only do that with the full instrument rating, and also it doesn't apply outside the UK. That's why it's called restricted. But it's still a very, very useful thing to get, because you do learn an absolute ton of stuff. It does make you a better pilot. And in the UK, you can then fly in, like, conditions that with VFR, you'd be like, I can't fly today. Idle extractors. Oh boy. Just lost a whole lot of concrete again. Okay, well, you know, we've got 2.2k of the stuff, but... I can also put that one online. Or maybe that one would be a better choice. It's got 487, 400 high. There's not much in these concrete things, actually. It's got 2,200. We could stick another one there, actually. It's probably the best option.
Oh, fantastic!
Let's do that. I'll replace it. Can you fly at night yet? No, I can fly at night, Pringle. Yeah, I've got my night rating. I can do that. It's just that right now in summer, there's hardly any night, is there? After you've done this, how often are you going to fly? I actually made a decision. I made a decision today about buying a share in a plane. You know, the thing I've been deliberating for quite a while, it seems. One sec.
Welcome back, Nutter.
Let's put them there, I think. It's enough to service that lot. Steve! Welcome back for 9 months. Did some experimentation with Satisfactory. The train track can handle an 8x2 slope. Let's have a look. That is weird. Why do you take a photo at night, Rob? Yeah, I guess it's alright. I prefer the Factorio train, but Factorio's on flat ground, so it's a bit easier, isn't it? Right, what's on here? 22 passengers. Right, let's land them into here, where they've got accommodation. Well, I've had one of those 1 kilogram Toblerones, and there's two problems. One, there's way too much chocolate for one person to eat, and two, the pieces are so big, you pretty much need a hacksaw to cut them. I'm not joking. It's like trying to snap concrete. It's that big. Right, as soon as that other rocket gets here, we're going to send it on an expedition, I think. Right, temperature's up to 9.35%. Because of one of those, it's making... This is waste rock. I think we need another one of these, actually. Two is just not enough. One's not enough. Let's build another one.
Happy anniversary, Nutter.
New colonists have arrived. Colonists are departing.
Departing? Really? They're getting on that rocket? They think that rocket's going to Earth, do they? Tom2424, thanks for 33 months, Tom. Battle Cattle 51. Morning, I leave on a month-long vacation on Sunday. Very excited. Dude, can I come with you? Please. Aha, there's only 18 vacant work slots now. That's good. That's really good. Unemployed, none. We've still got 10 homeless people here. This is ridiculous. Just can't get them to move. The reason I think I demolished the accommodation here is because we had a lot of crime. But we now put a security station in, so in theory we could put the homes back.
Sector scanned.
Actually, what kind of homes do we used to have, though? Must have been those. We'll have to put them back, otherwise people are just going to be homeless. Even though there's 17 vacant residential slots in this massive, wonderful dome, they choose to be homeless in that dome. Makes no sense. Stop the benefits, right? Sunday you're leaving for Maine, week for a vacation. Noise. Right, 2 drone hubs, blah blah blah. Let's land that. You wonder if humans will ever live on Mars? Probably not in your lifetime. Isn't Elon Musk planning on putting people on Mars in the next 10 years? So, you never know. Got 12 shuttles in that one. 6 in that one. How do you go from like this shuttle to the next one? What do you click to make it jump between the shuttle hubs? On games, you often have like a left-right here to go between the shuttle hubs. You're 35. I think you'll see people on Mars in your lifetime. Still got 10 vacant work slots. These things take forever to build. I mean, 50 machine parts, they are significant constructions. And we're still not making enough, because we still need more people. So I can't even find enough for this. If I open that, we've got no chance. I think what this hub needs... This needs another, like a pizza, just pure accommodation maybe, just to provide extra workforce for this thing. But I don't even think we've got enough people. Well, I haven't got a rocket there yet, so I can't check. Project Lightbulb. 6 drones. Not Slammer 2 ready. Go. Do it. You just got a pizza out the oven. I think I was going to have a pizza for tea, but I don't think I am now. Stored power 30,000. It's quite a lot of stored power actually. Why has this not been fixed yet? Is that not a drone hub range? Oh man, look at that. That is like just outside of drone hub range, which means all these pipes are as well. Oh my god. Where's the commander? I'll have to put him there. I'm up to date. I think I am. Temperature's coming up nicely. The atmosphere is very slowly starting to build, but it should go up a bit more. Water production demand is good. Oxygen production's okay. Could probably have another rocket running metal, so I might just set that up. Maybe when that one comes back, we'll land it here and put it on auto. One rocket's gone on an expedition.
Funding received.
Welcome back, Nutter.
Maestro, welcome back. Average Aussie, thank you for 22.
Research complete.
Lake crafting, let's have a look.
Back, Nutter.
Unlocks the creation of artificial lakes via landscaping. Evaporating water improves local soil quantity and water of Mars. So I take it there's not much point making a lake yet because we've not raised the temperature. Is that correct? Or can you start making them anyway? Welcome back, Brokaw. Magnetic field generator decreases the loss of atmosphere due to lack of magnetic field. Yeah, we need that. Yeah, Doctor. What does that mean? There's no point in making lakes, right? Right, okay. Carbonate processor. Yeah, at least with this, anything that we do atmosphere-wise will be more beneficial, I guess. Unlocks the planting of bushes and trees in forestation plants. Fully grown bushes and trees are harvested for seeds by drones. So we are going to need that at some point. Nuclear terraforming unlocks the Melt the Polar Caps project, accessible via the planetary view. Core heat convector improves the temperature of Mars gradually, consumes water. Terraforming application improves the performance at cost of increased power consumption. $40,000 research. Each of these is like a 10-day job. Since when is magnetic field all the atmosphere? It's a very good question. I thought gravity did that, but hey, it's a game. This one we may as well just like, we don't need it right now, but we'll put it in the queue because it won't take long to do. Are there any of the little ones that we need? Doubles the chance that a colonist will have or gain a rare trait. Research lab and Hawking Institute research points production increased. I think that's worth getting now, actually. That will increase our research production. Lowers the risk of colonists developing flaws after sanity breakdown. Generates research faster than a research lab. Oh, that allows us to make one. We don't need that. Sanatorium would be nice to get, but I don't fancy taking up the entire central spire just on a curing device. But I guess at some point it's going to become essential. Decorations have increased service comfort. That's worth getting. That's definitely worth getting. Smart homes provides a very comfortable living space for colonists. Residents recover sanity. Smart homes.
Happy anniversary.
I think we'll get there. Okay, that'll do for now. I think the magnetic field holding atmosphere thing might come from the idea of solar winds blowing it away. I don't know how much a solar wind would blow atmosphere away, to be honest with you. I literally have no clue. I guess it's feasible, but it feels like gravity is way more significant, probably.
Incoming.
Uh-oh.
Milestone achieved.
Uh-oh, hang on. Oasis, your attention is required. Oh, this was the mission we did.
To the nut house.
PC Tech has gifted 5 subs. Thank you very much, PC Tech. Thank you for your generosity, PC Tech. Dr. Pepper Addiction, Immortal X, IB Steve, Buzzfingers.
Welcome to the nut house.
You guys have all just been gifted subs, and CC Gould as well. You've all just been gifted a sub by PC Tech. Please remember to thank him. And Shywolf, all is well. Thank you for 30 months, though. No spectrograph traces of water could prepare us for the breathtaking sight. Amidst the red dunes, a tiny pond of liquid water was shimmering under the bleak sun. We rubbed our eyes, but no, we weren't seeing mirages. By some weird quirk of physics, the tiny pond was right there, right before our eyes. Okay, we get the point. After the initial excitement had passed, we need to make an important decision. 1. Extract the water and conduct a research. Gain 4,000 research points. 2. Leave it pristine, plus 50 tourist applicants. Hydro Engineer would allow you to confirm the old hypothesis. Water reclamation spires cost 50% less. Ecologists find a way to conduct research without harming the site. Alright. I'm literally not bothered about tourists, so I'm just going to go with that. Mars quake. 4 buildings damaged. Wait, Mars quake? Mars is a geologically dead world. This means its metal core has solidified and cannot sustain a magnetic field, leaving the Martian atmosphere unprotected from the high energy particles of the solar wind. Unlike Earth, Mars has no seismic activity. This is changing with the introduction of magnetic field generators. Technological marvels aimed at restoring a magnetic field for our purpose of terraforming Mars. While these devices won't create Mars quakes on planetary scale, they could cause quakes within the immediate surroundings due to the way that they function. Thus, Mars quakes near magnetic field generators are a direct result of their activity. The more generators operate, the more severe the Mars quakes will be. Okay. Great. So is it basically saying to us that we should build these things away, or is it basically saying, well, the more of these you build, the more earthquakes you're going to get, and that's a fact. Try to keep them away from other buildings. Right, okay. Rains. With the warming up and pumping of potent greenhouse gases into the newly created atmosphere of Mars comes natural precipitation, rains. Initially, because of the gases used, these rains will be toxic, but as the quality of the atmosphere improves, pure rainfall will take hold. Toxic rains will harm any plant life struggling to survive on the Martian soil and degrade it further. Fair enough. They create toxic pools where nothing grows. Toxic pools may be cleaned up by drones. Pure rainfall, however, is greatly beneficial to plants and will improve the local soil quality. Right. Every time I click on this, it just doesn't tell me what was damaged. Milestone achieved. The capturing of ice asteroids has been successfully completed. With the use of spacecraft, we pursued and deflected the asteroids off their trajectory with nothing more than slight bumps. In this game of space billiard, though, there is always a chance that the ball will hit the wrong pocket. Be ready to deal with a Marsquake. Oh dear. Quinton, thank you for 8 months. We still got buildings not working here, or they're the ones that got damaged. Spacebar, the arcology, concrete extractor needs plugging in. Okay, they should get repaired. So in terraforming, we should have, hang on, landscaping, change surface, lake, various lake sizes. Why is this struggling to get concrete? We have absolutely loads of concrete. We have 2.2k of concrete and it's only shifted 39 here.
Research complete.
Zero space computing. I can't remember what that one did now. You went out with your metal detector this morning and ended up digging a hole 23 feet deep before realizing I was wearing steel toe cap boots. Oh, Pringle. You correct where you want the plane you've built on flood. I don't know. I'll let you know when we get there. I'll make that a high priority just so we actually get some action. Right, what have we got here? 6 drones ready to land. Alright, so this is the one returning. Not Slammer 4 with no payload. Didn't we have a drone factory up here?
Resources are low.
Yeah, I thought we did. Drone assembler. So we are actually making drones. I don't know what rate we're making them. Need to get some rockets back. Mr. Hoexter, 66 months. When does Matt Damon arrive? Well, we don't need him. We don't need a biologist right now. So, a bit later on, we've got some rain, I guess. Importance of greenhouse gases. Just a few of the falling rocks delivered by autonomous crafts from Earth were visible to the naked eye. but a large-scale project has been completed today. Several hundred tons of rocks used to suck out and store greenhouse gases from the atmosphere on Earth have been delivered to the surface of Mars. By crash landing them all over the planet, we have triggered a chemical reaction that dissolves the rocks and contributes towards thickening the Martian atmosphere by unleashing the stored gases. Good to know. Why are these guys that sick? Service building was closed. Medical checks. You see, this is the problem. If you run a night shift, the people working night shift get progressively sad. If you don't run a night shift, you have to deal with other people trying to go there at night and they can't, so they get sad. It's like there's no right solution here. Maybe we've just make one slot available. Just so we've got some kind of night shift going on. Let's try that. Well, some colonists work in the day, so they have to go to the infirmary at night, don't they? 20 people we could bring. Let's bring them. Wait, what? I had loads left on it. I just built that. Right, where's the nearest concrete?
Happy anniversary, Nutter.
290. 470, 400.
Welcome
It looks
back,
like there aren't
Nutter.
any like super big concrete deposits.
Sector scanned.
They're all a bit. Oh, that one's good. That one's really good. Okay, that's probably the nearest great one. To get to that, we'd either have to drone hub it all the way there, which is doable. I suppose it wouldn't be a bad thing to build that way anyway.
Happy anniversary, Nutter.
Lord Imperious, thank you for 32. Danro, thank you for 11. Okay. Let's see how many drone hubs we've actually got left. 7. Alright, we can make this work then. First we need a commander. I thought we had more than 2 commanders. Get up there. Well, apparently we can't build a cable. We can get to Mars, right? We can put people on Mars, but we can't build a cable in a slight drop. Okay. Another one? No. Wait, not the water. That's not good. That's really not good. I'm sure that was on like 10,000. Oh boy. Okay, this is a bit of a problem. What's that one on? It's on 100,000. But I can't get any more extractors around it, I don't think. Maybe we could with some strategic destruction.
Happy anniversary, Nutter. Welcome back, Nutter.
Right. Let's try and put everything back without breaking it all. Oh, dang it, I can't go that way. No! Luckily, I can build pipes instantly, otherwise that would be a bit of a problem. You can put one on top as well. Can you really? I did not know that. Hang on a sec. We need to test this theory. Good call. Let's put that around that side. Split grids, lies. Okay. That should last a bit longer. You just realised you got a different nut. You do? Asdev, welcome back, sir. Hope you're well. Showerwolf, 22. Building's not working. How many drones have we got here? I'm wondering, when drones are made here, do they go to this one? Doesn't appear so. So which drone hub do they get commissioned to? More there. How am I? I'm not bad, thank you. Right, has the commander arrived yet? There he is. Gotta watch out for these resources running out. It would be kind of cool if the game would tell you in some way visually that, you know, this is getting low or whatever. Like if that's got less than 7 days left on it at the current extraction rate, it'd be great if it started flashing. Just run the command dog, Braith.
Happy anniversary, Nutter.
Really? That's annoying. Hang on, let's see what other things we can do. So I've got one up here, which brings 400 research, don't care. Additional inventory, 60 fuel. No thanks. Resources, resources. It's a bit disappointing. You've been watching the series on SquirrelPlus, just caught up, you've enjoyed it. Annie. Nice, dude. That's good to hear. All this infrastructure we built, and that water's now gone. It's not a great deal in that direction. Right. Let's put that up here. What size chunk of Mars are you terraforming? I don't know, Bullseye. Don't know what size it is. So these are running at 3.3 out of 5, which means we're producing more water than we need. We can actually, that will scale up a little bit. But that is our main water supply, which is a little bit worrying. Okay, so we could, I think that was the extraction, wasn't it? Yeah, we could start building some extractors here. Or maybe not. Get that flattened. Not bad, Chestnut, thank you. $20 passengers and some food. They've got 8 vacant work slots. Three people unemployed. Wait, 3 people unemployed and there's like slots here. How does that even work? We may need to build that wedge. The trouble is we then need somewhere to connect it into, which is always the problem.
Funding received.
Didn't actually leave any space, did I? That, possibly. We could potentially build, like, trash that tree. Oh, no, that's part of that. No! Oh my god. So I can't build a passageway into here because we don't have, well, there's that, but that won't go very far.
Resources are low.
Oh my god. These passageways,
New colonists have arrived. Colonists are departing.
I actually think these passageways suck. Like, the fact they have to come from inside the dome and they can't connect to this doorway is actually annoying. Nobody would build from within here when you could just connect to the airlock door already. Why would you do that? Because I literally can't connect into this dome. It's just not, there's no way of doing it without trashing a building. You know, even if I could build on these edges here, that would be a start. But you're not allowed to build there. Why are you not working? No deposits. Have we actually extracted all that metal? Wow. How's that going? Let's got a lot of headroom in it. What's this one like? That's not bad. We could extract that, I guess. Why are you guys talking about Tom Baker? Doctor Who? Whatever you remove from the drone, you can rebuild in the new drone, and the colonists should complain about it too much. Causes a huge amount of disruption. Like, if I get rid of that, I've then got to ship over another machine part prefab. they get rid of the university, I can rebuild it, I guess. Oh, it just sucks. It actually sucks. So I can't remove them because they're prefabs. We could remove the school because nobody's using it anyway. But then there'd be no school in here unless they go to the school adjacent to it, maybe. I can't remember if they need power or not.
Anniversary natter.
Five passengers. That's so bad. It's interesting that you can't bring shuttles over. You can bring drones, but you can't bring shuttles. It's cool that these fly all the way over here. $11,000. These comfort boosts are a bit weird. Like the idea that if you build a dome here, everybody inside gets a comfort boost of 10. Why? Ah, finally. Right, we've got 5% water, 18% temperature, 4% atmosphere. So the conversion's starting. Doctor Who never really scared me. The Daleks used to scare me when I was a kid. They were the only thing. And then somebody pointed out to me that they can't go up and down stairs. And it was never quite the same after that. They can levitate. I never saw one levitate. Maybe the later models did. Yeah, I don't watch the newer episodes. Levitating Daleks. God. I mean, let's face it, right? Why would these like Daleks, who are these superior overlords, build themselves with a stick and a plunger? Like, they can't pick anything up, can they? They have no grasping capabilities. They have a stick and a plunger. So they can stick things and they can plunge things. They can clean out a sink, no problem. You can probably pick up an apple with this with the stick. But if you ask them to like assemble some Meccano or some Lego, they can't do it. You ask them to make themselves breakfast, they can't do it. Just seems a bit weird. Me personally, Bullseye, I don't watch Doctor Who.
Scanned.
Let's have a look at the map. It all depends what you have available in the props department. Let me tell you something, Nightmare.
Received.
I've been inside a Dalek. I got inside one. They're even more disappointing on the inside than they are on the outside. Why is this drone? This commander's got really low drone. So we got 2 drones? Poor guy. Once these new electronics arrive, we'll build some more shuttles. We've got 7 people unemployed, which is interesting. I'm wondering if we can open that up. There's nobody working here. Let's try that. Let's see if we can get some production out of this. Shouldn't have unemployed slots. There's an episode where the Doctor went inside a Dalek. Let me tell you what it's like. The top half of it basically lifts off. And you get inside and you stood on the floor. There's nothing else. You just stood, like, the whole thing is on wheels, but you're stood on the floor. And then the top half gets put on top of you, and you can basically see out of the slit. And the actual plunger and the stick is operated from inside. It's just the other end of it, so you can wiggle it around. And then you basically have to walk yourself around on it. And the inside is like the outside, but it's not painted. It's just like bits of wood. It's kind of weird. I don't want that on high priority. Otherwise, I'm going to stick that on low priority so that can take up any slack workers. Let's do it that way. We'll put it on low. You should fill up everything else before that then. As I put some extractors on this. Now it's finally been cleared. That needs to say... Have you seen the series Good Omens? I don't believe so. What's the max wind you have ever experienced on landing? I think it was 14 knots, which is like 1 knot below the maximum you're allowed to land at. I remember 10 knot crosswinds as a student, but I can't remember what it was now. It was something like 9 or 10 knots, and then it went over 10, and my instructor called me back in. He said, you can't go anymore. It's beyond your student limit, as it were. But yeah, 13, 14 knots of experience. I think 15 is the maximum you're allowed to land a plane at. But that was in the PA-28, I seem to remember, which has a higher crosswind limit than the 172. Aha, let's get these in.
Resources are low.
You went up to 14 and had to emerge to land at 18. Eesh. You ran out of fuel because you're waiting. Wait, what? You mean you got to you mean you ran out of fuel, or you got down to the limits, so you had to declare an emergency and then land? Is that what you mean? I'd like to watch that, but I don't want to get Prime just to watch a single show. Well, no, you get Prime to watch a bunch of shows. And here's the thing, Lindsay. If you get Amazon Prime for whatever it is in your country, then you also get free Twitch Prime, so then you can sub for free. So how much is Amazon Prime in your country, Lindsay? Australia. How much is it?
Funding received.
$10? No. Not for Amazon Prime. It's going to be like... Well, that's them online. That's 2,000 metal coming our way, plus 1,600 concrete.
Funding received.
Right, $59. Okay. For Amazon Prime. And that includes Twitch Prime. Does it not? So Amazon Prime includes within it Twitch Prime. Correct? It's $10 a month, Bigfoot. Well, Lindsay's saying $60, which sounds a bit cheap to me because it's about £80 over here.
Happy anniversary, Natter.
Australia, Amazon Prime will cost $7 per month or $54 per year. Right. So $54 per year to get Amazon Prime, Lindsay. Yeah? And how much do you pay to subscribe? I'm guessing something like $5 a month. So you're basically spending $5 per month. So let's say times 12 months, you're spending $60 per year to subscribe, right? If you get Amazon Prime, it's going to cost you $54, which is less, You then get to watch your TV programs, you get free games, and you get to use every month, you get to subscribe to one channel, i.e. me, for free. So you can have your cake and you can eat it. You can basically get Amazon Prime. You can watch the TV programs that you want. You can get free games on Amazon Prime, and you can subscribe to me, and it won't cost you anything extra.
Happy anniversary.
Yeah, I know you subbed to me already, Lindsay, but the point is what you do is you cancel your subscription to me, sign up to Amazon Prime, and then use your free Twitch Prime to sub to me. The only deal is you have to remember to subscribe every month. It's not an automatic process. But every month you come in and subscribe free with your Twitch Prime account. And you save $6 a year, get more stuff, and the only thing you've got to do is remember to sub. You won't remember that. Okay. Fair enough. Cat Strater. That's like 5 years of cake.
Sector scanned.
Dude. How the heck? How the heck have you been sub for 5 years? I refuse to believe it. 2014? Are you for real? 2014? That can't be right. I don't think I've known you that... I've not known you that long, have I? It doesn't make any sense to me. You got a new shiny acorn there, Cat. Hope you're well, sir. Hope you enjoyed your 4th of July barbecue. And pool time. Thank you for your support. 60 months, that's amazing. Oliver Reck, 2 months. That's gone quick. Next badge closing in. Thompson Boys, 16 months. Scotty MC, great to be here lurking. Thank you for 7, Scotty. When do we get the first 6 year? I reckon in a couple of weeks' time we'll see people like Avenger and Wackaday and Thyrox hitting that button. You saw from throwing the kids around, 10-year-olds weigh more than 9-year-olds and more than 8 the year before. Wait till they're a full-grown adult. No resources. Wait, this guy keeps nicking food from Stuffed Crust. If I find him, I'm going to throw him outside and close the airlock. Right, 6 people are unhappy. I know why. Service buildings are full. Exercise. You've got to be kidding me. It's a 24-hour operation. How can they not be able to use the gym? Hang on, what's up with this one? Service building was full dining. No functional residence, minus 20. What? Right, we're rehoming you, pal. You can, like, come and live here somewhere.
Happy anniversary.
Plenty of space over here. See, it's always the ones that are homeless that get the most upset, and it's not surprising, but the fact that if they can walk to the next dome just doesn't occur to them. Dogbraith. I'm pretty certain, if you look at the top of the form, I'm pretty certain it specifically says mods in use, none. There are no mods allowed. It's all the instructions are on the form. No mods. How can we cope with that? We'd have to get the mods on the server as well.